Hi there folks, my name is NovaWrap24 and welcome to the NovaWrap, your one-stop location for all your simulation release news and goings on from the week that was. Alright, so here we are on Sunday the 18th of December 2016 for the final NovaWrap of 2016. That's right, I am going to be going on a couple of weeks break for the remainder of the holiday season. We're going to be, the NovaWrap will be back next year, but that's of course for the future. So yes, you sit back, enjoy the summation of the releases in the simulation world for this week for the final time of 2016. Wow, hasn't that year gone quickly? Alrighty, so without further ado, let's get started. So, it has been a case of this week we've got a surprising number of releases given how close it is to Christmas. And this week we saw the guys over at FSDG release Reunion Island. So, Reunion Island is France's biggest overseas territory. And quite stunning, actually, in the real world, as it is, and it's located in the Indian Ocean. Really, really cool because it's got a special place in my heart and a place that I actually really want to visit in the real world because it has active volcanoes, and I love volcanoes. I've hiked every volcano in Italy, extinct and active, bar one. That was only because the ferry was broken that day. And recently, as my viewers will know, that I got to go to Hawaii and go some magnificent times onto Hawaiian volcanoes as well. So anyway, but yes, Reunion Island has come to us from the guys at FSDG who do some outstanding product work. This one's come to us complete with its own custom mesh and autogen specifically for the island as well as both airports that are actually there. So both Roland Garros Airport and Pierre Fons Airport as well. So they're included with that is, but beyond that, you also get the two smaller airports, Le Port and Braspanon, as well as three heliports located around the island, facilitating all the tourist and supply needs as well. So you get a lot in this pack, and this is really cool. And one of the reasons why I really love FSDG is that they pay attention not just to a primary airport release, but they surround a lot of stuff around it and actually do a lot of detail with that as well, which is really cool. As we come to expect with a quality developer like FSDG, we've got the volumetric lighting and some absolutely beautiful shadow and lighting renditions of 3D objects on the ground, as well as I said before, custom autogen and custom buildings designed just for this add-on, as well as a whole heap of AI traffic which is included as well, which is another really cool little add-on as well, and nice to see that it is compatible with that, and not only is it compatible with it, but it's also included with there as well. Hundreds of additional landmarks, including military installations, bridges, antennas, solar fields, and some paragliders as well are completely included as well, just for some additional aerial obstacles also included with this one, and fully compatible with things like UTX and FS Global and Global Vector as well, which is always nice to see. So this one's available now direct from the FSDG website or from your favorite flight sim retailer for around about $25 or your regional equivalent, available now. Continuing on with scenery releases for this week, we also saw the guys over at Orbix. Orbix been on quite the run this week. So first off, we saw Orbix release their latest set of freeware airports, with over 80 airports for both North and South America get released. This is only available though through the their recently released Orbix FTX Central version 3. So if you haven't updated to version 3 yet, this potentially may be a reason for you to consider switching over to it, because it is the only way for you to get the latest update of free airports. So a whole heap of airports included with that. Not going to go into the list, but there is absolutely a huge list, and again, outstanding quality that we get from the guys over at Orbix for all their freeware as well as their payware updates of airfields. Speaking of which, of payware, so we've got two new releases for them, both in Norway. So the first one is Hammerfest Airport. Now, I got a bit of a glimpse of Hammerfest at Flight SimCon. It was really looking quite spectacular there, and now we've seen the full release of it, and it is look absolutely spectacular. So it's considered to be possibly the one of the northern, if not the northernmost city in the world. where 6 months of the year it is broad daylight and 6 months of the year it is pitch black. So yeah, it really fascinating airport. One of the cool things about this is that they've actually modeled the sloping runway, which is really cool, really interesting. Unfortunately, it has the side effect of meaning that it is no longer compatible with AI traffic, but to be able to land on sloping runways in F6 and P3D, I can forgive that. I am perfectly okay with that. So it has a curved sloping runway with some amazing detailing of the buildings of the airport and the oil installations nearby as well, including a full rendition of the Hammerfest port and oil terminal as well, looking pretty damn amazing. The cityscape of Hammerfest fully included. It does include 3 seasons, so summer, fall, and autumn. Oh, come on, Orbix. You're an Australian company. You should be able to call it autumn, not fall. Anyway, so it does have summer, autumn, and hard winter all included as well, with some outstanding aerial imagery ranging from 10 centimeter to 50 centimeter per pixel. So absolutely outstanding, done by Orbix developer Finney Hansen. So this is looking absolutely cool as well, looking outstanding and amazing. Available now from the FTX OrbixDirect.com website. As I said, there is 2 releases from Orbix for Norway this year. So this is the second one is Sognaldal Hauksson. I'm certain I have pronounced that completely wrong, but so Norwegian viewers, please forgive me for that one. So yes, we have another incredible detailed airport from Orbix. And again, an absolutely beautiful cityscape as well included, as well as the airport and the surrounding countryside. It's absolutely beautiful destination at the end of a whole series of fields. Absolutely stunning visuals here. So again, not only is it just the airport, it is the entire city and surrounding areas and fjords have been included with this as well, including hand placed and customized auto gen, as well as custom mesh for the field as well, designed to work beautifully with FTX Norway, which is, by the way, an absolutely stunning add-on to get, not going to lie. And yeah, as I said, beautiful HD textures included with on-site photography and 30 centimeter per pixel aerial photography coverage as well, looking absolutely outstanding. Available again, also available from the Orbix Direct website. Yeah, the Hammerfest, both Hammerfest and Sognal available for $33 all your regional equivalent, available now from the Orbix Direct website. Alright, sticking with the flight simulation world and going on to a couple of new releases. Well, a couple of re-releases slash extra releases. So the first one we got was a mission pack for F6 Steam Edition from by the name of Farm Air from the guys at Take Flight Interactive. Now this has previously been released for non-Steam platforms for F6 Classic, available from the flight simulation retailers a few weeks ago. It's now made its way onto Steam Edition. I've done a review on this one. For those of you, I'll put a link in the description down below for the review. Long story short, I'm very unimpressed. Which is, considering it's from the guys at Take Flight, who brought us Air Alaska, which is an absolutely incredible add-on, and then Final Flight, which, while that may not be great for experienced aviators, it serves as a really good training tool for newer aviators. This one just completely missed its mark. It really did. Long story short, it pits you as a new crop dusting pilot with a series of 5 challenging missions. To say it's challenging is an understatement. The first mission is stupidly easy, but beyond that, the difficulty level ramps up insanely fast. And as you'll see in my review if you do watch it, but the TLDR version is the fact that if you want to fly it realistically, you've got to throw realism completely out the window and just forget G limits or anything to do with your aircraft, or your aircraft actually surviving to fly another day if you want to be able to complete it. And for new pilots, there's no training, there's no learning element, there's no documentation, there's squat. So yeah, overall very unimpressed, don't recommend it. But if you do choose to take the plunge, the Steam Edition version is available now for $60 or your original equivalent, available now on Steam. Alright, continuing on with Steam releases, of course, we saw the reboot of the Batavia AH-64D Apache Longbow. So, again, another title, another one that's been available from independent flight simulation retail stores for a number of years, has now made its way onto FX Steam Edition, officially licensed this time from Boeing, which is kind of cool. Again, like a lot of the ones that we see when they make their move onto F6 Steam Edition, we have seen all the liveries stripped out, so you just get a basic bare bones green one with no actual markings on it, which is a bit of a shame. So again, if you are going to get this, I don't recommend buying it through the FSX Steam Edition store, simply because I think that we lose all the wonderful liveries that get created as part of it. Which I think is an important factor, an important part of our flight simulation experience. And yeah, as I said, it's such a shame that we actually missed that with the with this one as well. So anyway, but yes, that is available now. If you do choose to get it on the Steam Edition pack without the as a clean skin, without the liveries, available now for $18 or your original equivalent, available now on Steam. Alright, moving to a different form of transportation, coming back down to the ground now, onto the world of truck simulation this time. So, American Truck Simulator has come out with a Christmas paint jobs pack. So this comes with 5 liveries available to be able to put onto your truck. Apparently it will apply to any in-game vehicle, so you're not restricted to only certain vehicle types. It will actually adapt to any of the vehicles available in the game, which is kind of cool and kind of awesome. As it gives you a sort of various different ones, from an extra Xmas deeply frozen Santa driver to Santa with flames coming out, which is kind of cool, kind of interesting, and coming out a bit high for a paint jobs pack. Normally the Euro Truck, the paint jobs packs come in at 99 cents, but this one's coming out for $2. But it is a Christmas special of $1.50. So yeah, kind of not seeing why they're charging 3-4 times the price, but sure, whatever. Anyway, but if you do want to spice up your rigs with some Christmas cheer, available now on Steam. Alright, continuing with the ground transportation vein, and we saw another release for OMSI 2. So this one is an add-on, a new route add-on for Mallorca. So this is a very famous and infamous holiday island in the Mediterranean. So really interesting to see this one. It actually covers the cities of Palma, Can Pastilla, El Molina, I can't even, Sereno and Playa de Palma. Seriously, I should stop trying to pronounce this stuff. I really should. Anyway, 4 of these 5 cities can be driven almost in their entirety, so a lot of freedom to explore with this one. You get 3 city bus lines, 1 express line, and 33 specialist lines as well, including real scheduling data from the actual transportation service that serves the city of Palma, which is kind of cool. Over 1,000 customized objects and buildings that have been hand placed to make sure it's all included in the right place, as well as the updated but a very beautiful rendition of the MA19 motorway. And kind of cool thing for me, because I'm an aviation nut, it has AI aircraft taking off and landing at the airport. That's just kind of cool. I know people don't have this sim for aeroplanes, but it's kind of cool that it's happening in the background. Anyway, if you do want to expand your OMSI 2 driving experience to this beautiful tropical, well, not tropical, but if you do this beautiful holiday island, this can be picked up at your favorite simulation retail store and on Steam for around about $35 or your regional equivalent, available now. Alright, and continuing on with ground transportation, we saw the guys over at Train Simulator release out their latest route add-on. So this one is the Peninsula Corridor, or San Francisco to San Jose. So apparently, yes, the trains do know the way to San Jose, which is always kind of cool. So this goes through and connects these 2 amazing areas with huge Union Pacific rail aircraft. God, I just cannot talk today. With a rail rolling stock all connected with this one. You do get some pretty awesome stuff with this one. So you get over 47 miles of tracks included with the Peninsula Corridor. So Peninsula Corridor south from San Francisco to San Jose, operating in Caltrain and Union Pacific colors. You get the Caltrain MPI diesel locomotive, as well as the Bombardier bi-level cab car and coach equipment for pushable train operations. You get the Union Pacific Electromotive GP38 with freight component, freight equipment and rolling stock as well. Over 26 authentic train stations, including San Francisco's 4th and King Street and San Jose Diridon station. Again, you get 7 career scenarios with this one as well. So you get various different missions, as well as 3 railfan mode missions as well. Again, as always, all of the rolling stock is included here is fully compatible with Steam Workshop scenarios and is fully quick drive compatible. So this is available now on Steam, normally $40 but currently on a Christmas special for $32 or your regional equivalent, available now. And of course, finally, rounding out the simulation release news for this week, we saw the release of Satellite Command. So this one's been in early access for quite a while, but has finally been fully released this week. So basically, think of this as Kerbal Space Program, but focused just on satellites. So this is a combination of sort of a simulation and arcade game hybrid. Funny enough, there is actually an iOS version of this one, so I'm not too sure how this one is actually ported across onto PC. It'd be very interesting to see. I know that I think just as I'm recording this, Scott Manley, who's someone who does a lot of space-related titles, especially Kerbal Space Program, he's just released a review of this one, so I'll be jumping onto that to have a look at that shortly. But yes, if you do want to give it a go, because it is proclaiming that it was developed with space industry experts as well, with a lot of very realistic astrophysics included, and a lot of random generation and special events coming through. So actually, the idea being that you can't just do the same thing over and over, because it won't necessarily work. So yeah, this has come to Steam, available now. Normally $13, currently on a launch special of $10, regional equivalent, available now. As I said, looking very interesting. I'll be very interested to see how it has ported across from mobile platforms onto PC. So if you do want to give it a go, it is available now on Steam. Alright folks, so as I said, that does wrap up the NovaWrap for this week, and indeed for this year. So it's been great to have you tuning in week on week. I do thank you very much for sticking with me throughout the year, despite the occasional interruptions to my schedule. It's been great to have you. It's been great to be able to give back to you guys, and the community, to be able to let you know what's going on in the latest release world. So thank you everyone for tuning in every week, and for tuning in and supporting me and giving me the feedback and encouragement that you guys have done. It's been great to see. I take it a lot on board. I read every comment, I really do. So don't forget, as always, to share the video, share the NovaWing24 love, and of course, as always, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And of course, as always, you can catch up with me and all the things I'm up to between videos by finding me on Facebook or on Twitter. Just search NovaWing24. Alright folks, thanks very much for watching. Take care, safe skies to all. Have a wonderful Christmas and have a safe and happy holiday season, and we'll see you all next year. Bye for now.